Okay, good day guys. This is MFX again, and today I'm talking about this trade. So this is a trade breakdown video. I could remember the last time I posted about our USD CHF trade breakdown. I also told you guys that there is an incoming XAU USD trade breakdown, and this is it. So today we're just gonna be talking about this trade. It's an amazing trade. I love seeing that they are an amazing trade because they're actually amazing. Seeing your ideas, seeing your thought process, the whole study, the backtesting, seeing everything playing out is actually amazing. So so I'm just gonna check this. Okay. Um Sorry, my apologies. Let's see. Oh, this was mitigated. Okay. Yep. So um this was the before. S- This was the before, and this is how it delivered. Let me get to the 1 minute time frame. So price delivered beautifully. 10 hour trade. Uh, Let me get this out. So I'm gonna walk you guys through my trade system of approach and how I was able to identify that and take the whole trade. So first of all, I do my top-down analysis. I want to look at my institutional structure, know my institutional structural range and POI if they have been mitigated, because your structural range and POI actually gives you a hint or an idea of where price or liquidity might be going to. So that's the first thing I want to do. Institutional wise, XAU is bullish, full-time bullish, but we are currently on a retracement phase. I think I say this, made mention of this in the last XAU video we did. We're currently on the retracement phase. This is our current institutional range PI, institutional range, and this is the range PI which has been mitigated. So I said in our previous XAU video that the reason why I wouldn't call this week right here, this indecision candlestick, the reason why I won't call this whole pullback a break of structure is because of the fact that this had nobody close. It's part of my system. If you want to know more about it, you can let me know in the comment section and we'll talk about it further. But the reason why I won't call this a break of structure is the fact that this was an indecision candlestick and it had nobody close. So that's just the major thing. It has nobody close. That's the major thing. Forget about the indecision candlestick. So it won't be more complex to you. And because of this, in I think the last video we talked about things that causes change of trend or pullbacks or retracement was stuff like this liquidity gap. So after this liquidity gap we saw here, you could see that price retraced. After this price retraced, which was amazing, seeing how um your stuff's played out. So after this, I was taking longs before we had a mitigation of a 4-hour POI here. Then price started. I think I even took a longer hand here. It took a longer hand here, but got stopped out on BE on break even. But you could see that price has shown us that it wants to continue bearish because we've had this double MB formation, this double MB formation, MB1 and MB2, and this is our current NB, which is our range. This is our current NB, which is our range. So I'm walking you guys on how I approach price. So this is our range, and we've been looking for sales ever since. I think we had an XAU sale, if I'm not mistaken. We've been looking for sales ever since. And apart from that, the next thing that caught my attention was the fact that we had an a liquidity gap. this right here without a body close. Remember the same thing we talked about, that liquidity gap without a body close often causes change of trend, also retracement. You could see it here. The after price grabbed the liquidity here, there was nobody close, also nobody close again. So what happened? We saw this pullback retracement, and for one reason or the other, price came and absorbed this liquidity, or absorbed the higher low of this intermediary range. And after that, we also saw price failing to create a body close to form a break of structure to the upside. So what does that tell you? It tells you that price is going to retrace or price is going to change trend. So mainly I saw this because I've been completely bullish based on the formation of this double MB. We can see here MB1, MB2 for based on formation of this. Because I've been bearish and I saw this, I am not looking for more opportunities to be bearish, more excuses to be bearish, whatever you want to call it. So mainly I saw this liquidity gap. I know that price is going to retrace. What did I do next? I started looking for opportunities to bearish. So after we had this, I waited for a break of structure on the 4 hours time frame, which was originally this. Uh, don't mind this. I think I was looking at it from my 15 minutes. So at first, I think this hadn't formed. So I was thinking price was going to mitigate this before heading downwards. I was thinking price was going to mitigate the PUI around here. I think I had like two PUIs. The PUI around here, I had like two PUIs. I think I was thinking price was going to mitigate any of these PUIs before um this break of structure right here. But for whatsoever reason, price mitigated this, and we had a mitigation of a breakup block here, and price retraces. So what do? I look for my range POI. I look for my range POI. Let's take this out. So after the formation of this MB and this break, after the formation of this, I will look for the range POI, this range POI, which I actually had. I was actually thinking that it was a POI here. Let's walk down that and from. Actually had a refined POI I was looking at around here that I took a loss from. I had two. I already had the two of them laid out. This and another here. Oh yeah, I can't remember. But let me show you guys. So this was okay, yeah. This was this all happened yesterday. Okay, yeah. Yeah. Look at yes. Yeah, this is at 15 minutes. Let's get to the 15 minutes. Okay, yeah. So there's a 1 minute or 5 minute time frame PI here, or 1 minute if I'm not mistaken. That was here. Yeah, which was just price mitigated, but it was an intermediary PI, so it wasn't a validated PI, which was my wrong. I saw this and I saw this, but I decided to take this, which was actually not part of my rule. I was a bit skeptical if price, because on the lower time frame, this PI was mitigated. On 1 minute time frame, this PI was mitigated, but it wasn't mitigated on 5 minutes. Meanwhile, the one I saw here was not mitigated on 1 minute, but it wasn't mitigated on 1 minute and also on 5 minutes, if I'm not mistaken. So I decided to take this because it looked clearer on the 1 minute time frame instead of this one right here. So price took me out and mitigated this price. So all I had to do was to wait for a 15 minutes break of structure. Yep. Yeah, okay. I think it was this, the one I took. I can't remember. But this is it. On 5 minutes, it's clean, but 1 minute, it looked mitigated. So what I did was I waited for this 5 minutes break of structure. I knew price was going to mitigate this, and I was still very bearish about it, and I was still very convinced that we were going to sell. So what I did was I waited for this mitigation. I didn't want to take it. I just waited for it. After the uh 5 minutes break of structure here, I refined this 1 minute POI and set my limit order. And you could see how price delivered beautifully. How price delivered beautifully. If you are doubting, I'm going to show you guys on my competition account. I'm going to show you guys on my competition account the trade yesterday. So we started a new competition yesterday. So you could see, yeah, you could see. Started a new competition yesterday and I took that trade. It wasn't my first trade. Remember the first one I told you, the first one got stopped out, which I had a -1. And the second one was this one and gave me a 10 hour trade. And it was just an amazing trade. So that was that for today's trade breakdown. And the next video, oops. I was looking at taking this trade. I'm still gonna take it. So let's wait for a block of structure. Yep. This is going to be an amazing trade. It's amazing how that majority of the times while I'm making this video, I often catch live trades and you guys have the leverage opportunity to see me trading live and how I do these things. So you won't be think that it's based on hindsight or um live testing or back testing and I'm trying to fake it. No. So I'm just gonna wait. If I see a break of structure here, I'm gonna take my trade. So um it's simple. All this you could see how simple it is. And the reason why it's simple is because I've taken out the time to study it. I've had a few years of experience and through my experience, through my experiential knowledge and knowledge I've had from other tutors and from my mentor, I've been able to study and um, let me use the word compress the whole idea into a simple trading strategy that works pretty well pretty well. So that's just it. Although you could see how easy it looks, how easy it might sound based on the fact that I'm just saying it, I'm just showing you guys, you do this, you do that, you do that, but there is a whole lot of stuff, there's a whole lot of idea, there's a whole lot of knowledge that goes into it. Just that studying and mastery has been able to make it much more simple and easier for me to execute. So that's why you see that the execution is very simple. The execution is very simple. Okay, yeah. So that's that for today for our XAU USD breakdown. And our next video that's going to be coming out should be something about one of my strategy or me teaching about something about FX. But I'm not sure it's going to be a trade breakdown because we've had three different trade breakdown on this channel in a row. So I'm going to change it and give you guys something educative. Thank you and subscribe.